Zach Allen. You see Ryan Graham hold that ball in there to Jordan Howard to the last minute. He sees that Allen crashes, gives the wide open play to the perimeter for a huge run. And now what does Boston College have to do? Now they have to spread out and make sure that they protect them.
Well, it's an NIU team that knew they had to neutralize Harold Landry, but he was not on the field on that last play, and he's not on the field right now.
But that had nothing to do whether he was out there or not, because they have high hopes and expectations for Zach Allen. And you know, facing this NIU offense, you've got to contain the quarterback and force him inside. You can't let him break contain.
Jordan Huff with Graham on first down and 10 to the end zone. Touchdown! DJ Brown, Jr. from Little Rock. And NIU back in front, 9-3.
Nice job by the offensive line, but the person who holds things up for him, Jordan Huff. Delayed blitz on the outside by Boston College. He's able to fit it in, hold it, give Ryan Graham enough time. Conversion to a big touchdown for Northern Illinois.
First career touchdown reception for the converted running back. Hagan on for the extra point. And big plays. That was the thing. BC was worried about limiting. They thought they could do it. Not on that drive. Graham to Brown, and NIU up by a touchdown.
This is our summer vacation. This is how we unwind. This is our day at the beach. And this is the Acura MDX. Hurry to the Acura Summer Performance event for some of the most exciting offers.
It's the 2017 Acura MDX for $4.99 a month for well-qualified customers. Don't miss this event going on now.
This is the story of John Smith. Not this John Smith. Or this John Smith. Or any of the other hundreds of John Smiths that are Humana Medicare Advantage members. No, it's this John Smith, who we paired with a Humana team member to help address his own specific health needs. At Humana, we take a personal approach to your health, to provide care that's just as unique as you are, no matter what your name is.
Start game day right. Get 1 of 3 breakfast items free in September when you order with the Chick-fil-A One app.
Now a 5,000-yard rusher in high school in Little Rock, but a 15-yard reception in his first receiving touchdown. And DJ Brown has got NIU up 10-3. Sunday night at 8 Eastern, the steel gates fly open for the most unpredictable 8 seconds in sports. Don't miss the PBR Built Ford Tough Series WinStar World Resort Invitational right here on CBS Sports Network. So a drive that got into the red zone thanks to a 60-yard run from their quarterback, Ryan Graham. And now Christian Hagan set to kick it away. Remember, this is an NIU team that won 4 of its last 5 last season, but its first losing season in 10 years. It's a low kick from Hagan, and it's out of bounds. So they will give BC's offense an opportunity.
Something that always happens in the beginning of the year. Always there's a a miscue special teams.
Bad bounce, kicking team. The ball plays the 35-yard line, first down.
While we have a moment, let's send it to Brent Stover in New York with an update.
Jason eighth-ranked Washington and Rutgers. Been a tight one, but in the third quarter, Jake Browning a touchdown throw to Levon Coleman. 17-7, the Huskies lead, guys.
All right, Brett, thank you very much. Last year, Washington dominated Rutgers. They're closer in the opener. The pitch on the outside, Hillman eating up Sutton Smith. Former running back himself making the play. Hey, Eric, on that last Boston College, we go down to the sideline, Eric Coleman. Harold Landry wasn't in. Why?
Well, defensive line coach Paul Pasqualoni wants to keep his ends fresh. And on first and second down, a lot of the times he'll leave Landry on the sideline. He was wrapped up ready to come into the game.
Soon we see him, but he didn't play those last two plays. Jeff Smith on the carry gets out to the 41-yard line. Interesting, though, that you don't have your best player, your All-American. Because remember, that was the first play of the second quarter.
You know, like you said, they want to keep him fresh, and for that play, that's just discipline. That's mental on Zach Allen. So even if Harold Landry was in there, you never know how it would have turned out.
Third down and 5 for Boston College. After the touchdown drive, Brown with a strike. Big time throw, Kobe White, redshirt freshman, his first career catch, and they're into NIU territory.
Trying to move the chains, you see it stacked on the outside. Nice little rub route, getting the defensive backs confused. A key play for Kobe Smith. And what did they say about him? He is a ACC receiver, and the way that he wants it.
Defense jumps for NIU.
Offside, defense. Number 98 in the neutral zone. Makes contact with the offensive lineman. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, they said Kobe White is a bona fide ACC receiver. Big, can run, but his physicalness, he is the guy that can win those 50-50 balls.
And the speed, too, for Boston College. Steve Adazio telling us this week, it's the most speed they've had in his 5 years at Boston College. Brown trying to take advantage again, dumps it off. It is true. Jawan Johnson, redshirt junior linebacker, stopped him in his tracks, no gain.
They're very excited about these linebackers for Northern Illinois. They can run, they can play defense. The biggest thing, though, they know that they can match up one-on-one with running backs out of the backfield in the passing game.
Inexperienced in terms of starts, but they love him in terms of speed. Hillman gets the carry. Tries to break it to the outside, but again, it's Sutton Smith. David, you highlighted him at the beginning of this game that he had to hold up on the edge, and he's doing it again.
And that's something that they worried about because he's just gained 30 pounds, but what does he do? He's using that athleticism to his advantage. He's not getting stuck on blocks. He's getting into the backfield and penetrating, and he is playing relentless football now since he's earned that defensive end position.
Hillman, 8 carries, just 10 yards. For Boston College, their starting running back. BC is 3 of 7 on third down, and this isn't going to help. Brown has to go all the way back to his 45 to recover, and that'll bring up punt time again for the Eagles.
These are the miscues that they talked about offensively for Boston College. You hear the quarterback and you see him trying to communicate still. And you don't see that out of John Baker, who is up for the Remington Award. He is a veteran player. He is a senior. These are the miscues that you cannot have on the road week 1, especially when you need to gain the confidence, get the confidence in your quarterback.
Time for Noel all the way back to the 2, and Beebe caught it. Instead of letting it go into the end zone, Chad Beebe caught it and only brought it back to the 11-yard line. Steve Adazio's team on the road having some problems.
Long live the courageous, the tenacious, the ones who push forward and give back. Long live the greater good, the helping hand, and long live the truck built to outlast them all. Ram, America's longest lasting pickups.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on all.
The famously flippable, often imitated, never duplicated Dairy Queen Blizzard. There's absolutely nothing like it. Unless there's two. Right now, buy your favorite Blizzard and get another for just 99 cents. That's buy one, get one for 99 cents.
Shop like a pro at Bass Pro Shops for huge savings during our Labor Day sale. And bring the kids this weekend for a backyard casting challenge, duck pond, crafts, and more, all for free at Bass Pro Shops.
You have the lowest fantasy football winnings I've ever seen. You have earnings dysfunction. I recommend DraftKings. And if you draft the perfect lineup in free opening weekend contest, the prize is $1 billion.
You said $1 billion?
Billion with a B. This is money.
I know what that is.
Play DraftKings free $100,000 contest week 1. And if you draft the perfect lineup, you can win $1 billion. Use promo code HURDLE.
This is a hernia mesh legal alert. If you experience problems following a hernia repair that resulted in removal of the hernia mesh, you may have a case. Financial compensation may be available if your hernia mesh was removed due to severe pain, infection, allergic reaction, or other complications. Call now to find out if you have a case. Call 1-800-396-9648 for a free case evaluation. 1-800-396-9648.
On CBS Sports Network.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Phillips 66. Proud to be here. By PXG. Nobody makes golf clubs the way we do. Period. And by Dr. Pepper. The one fans crave.
Now, Matt Ryan passed for over 9,000 yards and 56 touchdowns in his college career at Boston College. ACC Player of the Year, led BC for the first 10-win season since 1940. He had 4,500 yards his last year in Boston College. Their last 3 years combined, BC's quarterbacks have thrown for 4,800 yards. They're searching for that guy, and fortunately, Anthony Brown, at least in his quarterback, hasn't settled in yet. Graham on first down, and Marcus Jones breaks a big play. He gets out to the 29-yard line for a pickup of 18.
Once again, getting back to the perimeter. They're sealing it at the edge by the tight ends. They're making sure they're minimizing the effectiveness of Harold Landry and the defensive ends, and they're getting those big plays that they need.
Third straight play of more than 15 yards for NIU. Graham gives it off. Christian Blake gets to the perimeter again. There, that was your key to this game. NIU, get outside, use your speed.
Because that is the way that they're going to create offense. And what did Boston College do last year? 32 plays of 30-plus yards. So Northern Illinois offensively knows they get them to the perimeter, they spread them out, they can start getting inside zones, get play action to take shots downfield.
6-yard pickup for Blake on the run. Hitting returning receiver for a group that has to replace Kenny Golladay, third-round pick. On the outside, the throw, it's caught Shane Wyman, and the tight end picks up a first down. Down to Eric Coleman. Hey, Eric, how are they getting to the outside?
They're doing a great job of mixing things up with the jet sweeps, throwing the ball outside of the perimeter. That's one thing that Mike Yurimovich talked about in our meeting. He wanted to get the playmakers out in the perimeter so they can take advantage of those matchups on the outside.
Because they know interior, they can't win between the tackles one-on-one, so they're creating one-on-ones in the blocking schemes and letting their playmakers work in space.
Landry is back on the field for Boston College, top of the screen. They run away from Graham, lofts it downfield and throws it out of bounds. DJ Brown and Will Harris, the safety, was out in coverage.
Move in the pocket, rolling it out, and once again, they're not getting that pressure by the defensive ends because of the way that they're moving. Jet sweeps, zone, tosses, pitches. Nice pass earlier to Wyman. They're doing anything to keep this Boston College defense on edge.
And everything away from Landry. Graham runs away from Allen and slides down, gets to the 49-yard line. And that's something else that was brought up in meetings yesterday, too, about a few yards.
And the great thing that they're letting him do is also take those short and immediate routes to make sure that he doesn't have to force anything. Let the game come to you. Just stick with the game plan and don't...
9.5 to go in the opening half. There's that jet sweep again. It's Blake. Landry rips him down. Harold Landry throws him out of bounds. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Huskies.
That time they couldn't get to the perimeter. You see him shed through 2 tight ends, able to get upfield and make a key stop defensively for Boston College.
Preseason first-team All-American. Led the nation last year, 16.5 sacks. Led the nation with 7 forced fumbles. So Ferentz on for his 3rd punt of the night. And it's a good one. Angles it out of bounds, and he drops it dead inside the 5. At the 4. 49-yard punt for the freshman. And it'll back up Boston College inside its own 5-yard line. Freshman on a bad debut on opening night.
This golden opportunity features leather, wood, and glass. Raw elements made premium by Lexus. Experience unparalleled luxury at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event before it ends.
Choose from the IS Turbo, ES350, or NX Turbo for $299 a month for 36 months if you lease now.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Excuse me, mind if I sit here?
Not if you want your phone to work.
Let me guess, can't live stream your lobster roll?
And my mobile pay isn't connecting, and I just got an unlimited plan.
Right plan, wrong network. You see, Verizon is America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. And now, unlimited plans start at $40 per line. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is your seat. Definitely. Yep, just tucking it in. I wasn't going to pull it out.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Now plans start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Hello, gorgeous. You've got a body that just won't quit. BXG mill wedges start with a block of carbon steel, 4.5 hours of milling, then painstaking finish work. Without a doubt, these are the sexiest, most consistent, best performing wedges we've ever made. PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Walter? Is that the rest of our food? What? No. How come you have cheese in your beard?
Because switching to Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh. Okay.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Gross!
Brent Stover in New York, number 9 Wisconsin, finally on the board. A 3-yard touchdown run, Bradrick Shaw. They just added a field goal. Halftime, tied at 10 with the Utah State, guys.
How about that from the Aggies in Madison? 37-game win streak, non-conference home game for the Badgers. Randall, remember, they're coming off the Cotton Bowl victory against the MAC champion, the best school from the Group of 5 last year, Western Michigan, and PJ Fleck.
And you know in this opening week that Utah State's coming in with nothing to lose. They're going to sell out, and they want to make a name for themselves.
So inside the 5, Hillman, he's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage from Bobby Jones. Eric, Northern Illinois' defense, we were wondering about their communication. What are you hearing down there?
I'm hearing a lot of talk between the safeties, and that's one thing that Coach Kane talked about, was that they have to communicate. They said, if you're all wrong, you're all right, meaning that they have to be on the same page, and they can get through the down.
They're certainly doing that, and the other part of that, too, is Boston College, for the first time, really trying to get going with tempo. 3rd straight run, and it's not going anywhere. Sutton Smith, star of this opening half for NIU.
Well, you don't have to worry about him holding up at the point of attack right now, because what is he doing? He's beating the offensive tackle, Marcel Lazard, off of the football, and he is getting leverage. So Size may not come with him. He may be 40, 50, 60 pounds lighter, but he's playing with leverage, and he is using his athleticism as a weapon tonight.
Well, that's the other part about going tempo. Remember, Boston College last year became a tempo offense against Maryland with the Quick Break Bowl. And they used that to get 29 points in the first half. But they told us this week, if we don't get first down, it's not going to work. It's not working tonight. Noel, and another short kick. Beebe catches it at the 45, so the Huskies will take over inside Boston College territory. How about this week's Phillips 66 Athlete of the Week? And it's Max Sharpen, graduate, master's degrees, working on it in kinesiology. Starting left tackle last year, all MAC on the right side. And David, this guy moving to the left side for this season here at NIU.
And he is also going for his master's right now in kinesiology. So just goes to show you he is more than just a football player. And his football IQ is off of the charts.
You play. How hard is right side to left side?
Well, if you're staying at tackle, it's just an adjustment with your feet, what hand you have down. The biggest adjustment is going from inside, from center to guard, outside the tackle.
Graham gets it to the outside. It's Brown. Strahan out there to bring it down at the 13-yard line. Correction, that's Spencer Tears making his first career catch. And again, Sharpen started all 12 games at right tackle last year. 8 starts at right tackle in 2015, 6 at right guard, so he has been all over the offensive line. Lake in motion. Graham to Huff. Will Harris meets it right at the line of scrimmage. Ty Schwab cleaned it up. Will Harris, we have called his name a lot. They've had a lot of very good safeties at Boston College. Justin Simmons, John Johnson, third-round picks the last couple of years. And they think Will Harris is that next guy.
They really do, and it's great to have him back. But what also did they say? This is the best back end that they've always had, that they've had since they've been there. So now they're more adept, they're more versatile, and they can play more complex schemes.
So can NIU take advantage of excellent field position? It's 3rd and 6. Pressure comes. Graham hit, gets it away, and it's way over the head of his intended receiver. First time, real pressure from this Boston College defensive line, and it's a 3 and out for NIU.
You see that they're trying to get the protection to help to the other side, but what do? They leave Tanner Carafa wide open, unblocked, and he's able to create that pressure so that Ryan Graham can't throw that ball like he wants to on a rope outside to get the key completion.
Just 1 of 6 on 3rd down for the Huskies. So Matt Ferentz on to punt it again. His last punt hit Boston College inside its 5-yard line. High boot again. He tries the other side. NIU bounce and they can't save it. They were down there but just could not get the hands on it. Trayshawn Foster. So it'll come out to the 20. But NIU has a Power 5 conference team at home, and they got the lead.
Away. Away is the smell of victory. And the smell of burgers. Away is always having home field advantage, even when you're miles away from home. Find your Away, or a dealer in the RV that's right for you. Visit GoRVing.com.
What makes the new DiGiorno Crispy Pan Pizza different than delivery? Pan, 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 pan. Pan, pan.
You bake it fresh in its own pan, giving our new DiGiorno pizza a crispy, caramelized crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Ever wonder what's in a beer? If it's a Bud Light, it's 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on, brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
Shop like a pro at Bass Pro Shops for huge savings, like savings of 33% on Redhead men's and ladies Everest hikers. Save $50 on this Blues Tournament Baitcast Reel. Plus, free kids activities this weekend at Bass Pro Shops.
Golden Corral's Prime Rib and Shrimp Spectacular is here. Slow roasted prime rib, shrimp skewers hot off the grill, garlic herb butter sirloin and butterfly shrimp. Dinner's just $13.99. So hurry in for endless prime rib and shrimp. Golden Corral, your choice rules.
It's time for the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. The year's best deals on the world's best-selling ATVs and side-by-sides. Now is the time to buy, with rebates up to $4,000. Get started at Polaris.com.
Happy to have you back here in DeKalb. And coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, Brett Stover, Houston Nutt, Christian Fourier standing by in our New York studios. Look at you caught up on Washington and Rutgers, Utah State and Wisconsin, which was tied at the half. Also preview tomorrow's big-time slate. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. Now the NIU golf team, in effect, they are trying to black out BC. There's the slogan here tonight, but Anthony Brown has certainly struggled. David Deal and Eric Coleman on this offense. 6 possessions, 4 punts, and a pick.
Yeah, but when you have a young quarterback, you need to get that run game going, make some easy throws like they just did on the perimeter.
It's dropped, though, by Jeff Smith. And David is an offensive lineman, and they have 87 career starts on this offensive line. How do you settle him down?
You get your inside zone game running, because who do they have? They do have on the defensive side Jack Heflin and Ben Leroy interiorly, but they're playing young backup to defensive tackle because they're thin at that position.
Again, Smith to the outside, and he picks up 12. Pugh drags him out of bounds. But again, this is an offensive line. They had 8 starters back on this offense. And then one as well that's missing some time in Elijah Johnson, who started 10 years. But that's the strength of this team.
It is the strength of this team, but you need to get first downs in order to do that, because what are they now? They're pressing a little bit because they are in a new scheme and it's not working.
Brown gets to the outside. Nice throw. They're working Jeff Smith. And he picks up another first down for Boston College. 10 yards on the pickup for Jeff Smith. Handoff Dillon. Up the middle, gets out to the 46-yard line, pick up of a couple. And that was the question, too, for NIU. You talked about their interior defensive linemen, Ben Leroy, Jack Heflin. They wondered how those guys would hold up against the center of this Boston College offense.
Because they know that they have to play physical. Size-wise, they don't really match up strength-wise, so they've got to hit in the backfield. They've got to penetrate. They've got to get the offensive linemen on different levels.
Brown on play action. Throws out to the flat. Great catch. Hillman. Pugh brought him down. His second catch of the ball game. And he'll bring up third down at about 3.
This is a crucial play for Boston College. They need to convert here. They need to get confidence in this drive, because if they do not, then they're wondering, is our game plan right? Is this up-tempo right? You get your players guessing a little bit and not reacting. They start thinking.
Brown can take off. Has the first down. Anthony Brown put together his best drive of his first career start.
Doesn't see anything downfield. Nice job by the offensive line getting the protection that he needs. Also, you look at that left tackle. Aaron Montero got away with the holding call on Sutton Smith.
So substitutions, and remember, when you substitute on offense, the officials hold it. Give the defense a chance to substitute as well. Brown on first down. Hillman met the backfield, and guess who? It's Sutton Smith again.
Once again, you talk about the size of only being 230. It does not matter. Sorry, here we go. See him here? Just penetrate. Sheds the block by the tight end. Gets into the backfield. The tight end and tackle combination needs to work.
Brown hits his receiver Walker, but hit him immediately. Jawan Johnson, the linebacker, in coverage. And it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for Boston College. They were telling us all week about how good Sutton Smith would be on this defense. 5 tackles tonight, David, 4 of them behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it is again where this defensive line needs to create some havoc and force a throw out of Anthony Brown.
the guy they said they could go up and get it, and he gets him down to the 22-yard line.
Talked about Kobe White being that physical receiver, gets the one-on-one, gets over the top. Look at that ball is up in the air, gets it at the highest point, and gets that big play to gain momentum for Boston College offensively.
And that is Shawan Lurie down the field for NIU. That is their best cornerback. 2 years ago, a third-team All-American with 9 interceptions, which led the nation. He battled injuries all of last season. They said finally healthy, but he came down on that left leg on that pass, and so that's what they're working on.
You said it. They talked about him on the outside, his ability to play press man, being able to jump routes, and he is the only one, they said, that can play man-to-man with his eyes on the quarterback and not on the receiver, and he wins those battles. So this is a very big loss defensively.
So the training staff will lead Lurie out. He is back down to the ground. Let's take another look at what happened here to Lurie.
There it is. Ankle gets stuck in the ground. His cleat gets stuck in the ground, and you see his body go over it. And you see that left ankle tweak.
That's got to be a feeling of deja vu as well for Coach Carey, because he said, look, what can you do about injuries? Nothing, sometimes.
And they tried control and get in practice. They would have hitting days, but they started to back down because of the depth that they have on this football team. They don't have it. They need their players to play and step up to the challenge because they can't play next man up.
So we'll see if Boston College can take advantage on the end around. Gets it down to the 15-yard line. So Boston College gets into the red zone tonight for the first time, and the red zone is brought to you by Verizon. 39 trips there last year. Just 56% touchdown percentage, 95th in the country, and they punch it in. Not with Hillman there. Johnson gets it behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up third down.
We talked about these linebackers. They're big, they can run, but their biggest thing is they can't stay on blocks. They got to get off, they got to get into the backfield because their quickness is what's going to win these battles.
Now they put it on the shoulders of Brown here on this drive. He's converted with his legs. He is converted through the air. Can he keep the drive going?
Let's see if Sutton Smith can get another pressure.
Working on Aaron Montero, the left tackle. Brown loads and fires high over the receiver. He had a receiver wide open over the middle. He chose a different option, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's where the young, unexperienced quarterback starts doing things. He starts forcing it. You see the open receiver right here. That is the ball where you want to go with it. He goes to where there is double coverage with the safety deep, and they have the corner coming over.
So they'll settle for a 35-yard field goal opportunity for Lichtenberger, who hit earlier from 42. And now good again. So they get it into the red zone, but much like last year, they struggled to punch it in. And Steve Adazio's team has to settle for 3.
And this is a win for Northern Illinois defensively, holding up, settling for a field goal, but they just keep getting the momentum for their team. And now what are you going to see? You're going to see an offense come out and start taking shots downfield because this is their time to get the Boston College defense on their heels.
Well, now 2:05 to go here. So, David, if you're NIU, you had a quarterback battle all throughout camp, but you have a fourth-year junior in Ryan Graham making his 9th career start. From what you've seen from this offense, what is the strategy with 2:05 to go in the half in a lead?
You know what they're going to do is they're going to play their game plan. They feel like they've got nothing to lose. They feel like they have confidence on the outside with their slot players, with their wide receivers. So I have no doubt that they're going to try to push the tempo here and get a touchdown before half, because for them, if they're winning at halftime, all of the pressure is on Boston College to win this game. What are they going to do as a team? They're going to come out relaxed in the second half and play free football, and that's when you play your best.
Not that these numbers matter moving forward, but sometimes we like to look at historical numbers. In the 4 years under Steve Adazio, BC is 1-23 when trailing at the half.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, there's a chance. Huff and Blake back deep to receive. It's Blake from the 5. Bringing it out for the Huskies is Dylan Lateral. And he's not going to get back to the 20. Shoved out of bounds at the 14-yard line. But how about you've seen from Ryan Graham here in this opening half?
Really nice job by Mike Yuremovich, the offensive coordinator, scrambling in, using the zone read, holding, having him roll out of the pocket, throw on the move. See, that was the nice one where he held it in there for Jordan Huff, created that big play that they were able to take that perimeter like they wanted to. And what else are they doing? They are now going to start being able to take those shots downfield. And there is the big touchdown that they had to DJ Brown, who they know is their Swiss Army knife. He knows every position at wide receiver, and he can run every route.
Just 5 of 11 tonight, but he hasn't had a turnover. At 60-yard. And all 3 timeouts for both teams here with 1:59 to go. Handoff on the inside. Jones dragged down after a pickup of about 3. And a timeout taken by Boston College. So clearly Steven Nazio's thinking, hey, let's not worry about that. Let's get the ball back. Eric, what did you see with Shawan Lurie?
Shawan Lurie is a case of cramps in his calves. He's down here with the Gatorade and the salt packs, trying to stretch out his calves, and that's very typical for the opening game. These guys aren't in game shape, and hopefully he'll get over and get an IV at halftime.
Eric, you surprised though about cramp? I mean, it's 55 degrees.
I'm very surprised, but as a defensive back, you don't have much body fat, so the calves are usually the first thing to cramp on the skilled players.
That from a man, by the way, who's got biceps the size of my rental car.
But once again, what does it come down to? Minimizing the practice that you have offensively, defensively, and as a team, you're not able to practice as much now in training camp. You're starting to see the effects of it today in conditioning for these players.
What did Eric tell us earlier tonight? At least for the defense, Northern Illinois has not tackled in 2 weeks. Has not been a problem tonight. But in terms of the conditioning factor. Now, David, with 1:45, you've only managed to take 14 seconds off the clock. What is your third down strategy?
That's the biggest question now. We know that Mike Yuremovich is not going to put this quarterback in a terrible position. He sees that they're backed up. They have a lot of time left on the clock. He may get the Boo Birds, but I wouldn't be surprised if you get that draw, if you get that screen, because at this point, being up 10-6 right before half, that is not a loss for you offensively. You can use your kicker, you can use your punter, and hope that the defense stops.
So you wouldn't be worried at what happened on the last drive for Boston College in terms of giving them momentum for the second half?
I mean, obviously, you're going to try to take a shot a little bit here to try to convert, but I don't think that you're going to try to do something outside of who you are offensively because of where you're at right now field position-wise.
Mike Yuremovich in his second season as the offensive coordinator here at NIU is on Dave Doran's staff at NC State. Coached here in Northern Illinois before taking that job in Raleigh. So it's 3rd and 5, and the Huskies are 1-6 tonight on 3rd down. And it's a simple play up the middle, right into the arms of Merritt, as well as Cameron Moore, the corner, and so that'll bring down 4th down. And like you said, the Boo Birds here at Husky Stadium, and BC takes its final time out of the first half.
Going along with that, obviously 3 inside runs right here before half. But one thing that you could have done is you could have rolled the pocket. You could have done a little bit of play action so that if the quarterback doesn't see anything, he could throw the ball out of bounds and stop the clock and give yourself a little bit more time, considering the fact that Boston College has used all of their timeouts.
Took off 18 seconds, though, on that drive. But again, Anthony Brown, first 6 drives, they had 4 punts. He had thrown an interception. But he put together a really good drive on the last time out. He's going to get the ball with 1:41 to go here in the second quarter. And again, this is what we've seen tonight from the redshirt freshman in his first career start.
There's the interception when he was eyeing down Tommy Sweeney. Here's a ball to the outside that was thrown a little high, but Hilliman makes a great catch. Here's that up high, gets it up at the highest point of attack for Kobe White.
So he's going to get a chance. 10 of 17 tonight, 69 yards. Dual threat quarter. All the way up across midfield. So that's where Boston College will start. And again, we mentioned this. 1 and 23, which has no bearing on tonight, right? I mean, this is a one-possession game. We'll see what happens here in the next 134. But they've won 7 games in 3 of his 4 years at Boston College, mixed in with a 3-9 season 2 years ago.
But also, there's a lot more pressure on him as a head coach and Boston College as a team because of being on the road in an unfamiliar place, knowing what you have going on for the rest of the season schedule-wise.
Start at midfield, and it's a short throw. No timeouts left for Boston College inside of 90 seconds to go in this opening half. On 2nd and 6, clock running. Brown loads and fires, incomplete. He threw it behind Sweeney, and Michael Allen was in coverage. And now with 1:13, here comes 3rd down.
You know that he wants to get the ball to Tommy Sweeney. You see the inside breaking route right by the seam. That ball, he does do the right thing by trying to get it to the outside. Smart on his play. He sees that the safety is breaking in by Michael Allen. Tries to get it to the outside. At least it wasn't a turnover.
Pressure comes on 3rd down. He fires and hits. It's a strike. Kobe White, his 4th catch of the opening half. Redshirt freshman to redshirt freshman to move the sticks.
Well, who came over there? Albert Smalls, because Shawan Lurie is out of the game right now, so they right away attacked it and got after it.
Clock stops on the 1st down. We're approaching a minute to go in this opening half. Quick pass. It's White again down to the 26, but it stayed in bounds, so the clock will continue to move. How fast are you worried here? 26-yard line, 50 seconds.
Well, I'm worried here that you have your receivers pulling up their socks and not getting back to the line of scrimmage. Get set, get ready to go.
On 2nd down, Brown, a strike inside the 10. Michael Walker gets it down to the 6. Pickup of 20 for Brown, and he's finding his rhythm with 37 seconds to go.
But they are running out of time. They need to get up and get this play off.
Brown on the rollout. 1st down to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Michael Walker, the junior, makes the grab. And BC has its first lead of the night with 30 seconds to go before halftime.
Great play designed by Scott Loeffler, the offensive coordinator. If you see, they've got a trips look outside. They have the under, the over, and the cross. You see Michael Walker in completely open. Safety's not communicating. Clear breakdown. Touchdown, Boston College right before the half.
Lichtenberger adds the extra point, so we were wondering how would this redshirt freshman bounce back. And you and Eric were talking about the poise and control after we started 5 of 10. They couldn't move the ball. But back-to-back drives, and this is the offense that Steve Addazio told us about. They thought they had speed. He thought they had explosiveness, and they showed it on back-to-back drives.
Well, the good thing is that they're giving them short and intermediate routes. They're letting them get the ball out quick, not letting them overthink, and he's starting to get rhythm. And in that last drive, and in the second quarter, 11 for 14 and 108 yards.
So Michael Walker with his 5th career touchdown, their leading returning receiver from a year ago. But this was the play that set up that touchdown pass.
You see him trying to pass it off, but you know on the back end, when you're breaking, Will Harris, you've got to get downhill, you've got to get to the receiver, and you've got to make sure that when your back end is not communicating, that somebody gets it out to everybody. Because you see that the pass-off was very, very early. And Will, you have got to come up and make that play.
So Schulze Geistable moves it away. And it's through the end zone. So now with 30 seconds to go, David, 3 timeouts. NIU with 30 seconds here, down by 3. They went 3 straight runs on their last possession, let Boston College have the ball back. What are you doing with 30 seconds to go?
I think they're going to take a knee and end the second quarter. If we saw in the last one that they ran 3 inside zones and then punted it, they're going to kneel and wait for the second half.
Boston College won the opening toss, elected to receive. So NIU will get the ball to start the second half, and they're going to do exactly what you just said. Graham takes a knee, and Boston College will go into the locker room here in DeKalb with a 13-10 lead.
Well, we were worried about that 1 in 23 losing at halftime. Well, you can throw that statistic out.
Now, they've only lost 3 times when they've had the lead at the half in the 4 years. So Coach Rod Carey's team has to regroup. Had some big plays. They have to have more consistent plays. Down by 3, and that's the end of the first half. After the break, send you back to Brent Stover and the gang with the Verizon Halftime Report. Get you caught up on everything else going on around the nation. Here in DeKalb, you are watching college football on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Hard work being this good. I must be nothing but a chump to you, bald head, because it's hard work making something this pretty look like a chump. Yo, can I get 2 out of 3?
Kubota, pioneers of the subcompact tractor, have upped the game again with the all-new Kubota BX80 series. It's powerful, rugged, and easy to operate, ready to take on your toughest work. Plus, you get a complete set of Land Pride implements. The all-new Kubota BX80. It has the performance, versatility, and comfort you're looking for. See it at your local Kubota dealer today.